Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the difference between the baleen whales and the toothed whale today. These two whales are suborders, let's say two different groups that I really want to talk about and wanted to make this video for a long time. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the storytelling plus drawing today. The baleen whales are mystacetes. The word mystax in Greek means mustache. You will know why the word mustache involved. And for the word ceti means whale, so mystaceti actually means whale with mustache. While toothed whales are odonticeti, the word odon means tooth and ceti means whale, so basically odonticeti means whale with teeth. There are around 15 species of baleen whales and 77 of toothed whales. So let's start with only 3 examples of baleen whales. The first one is the blue whales. Everybody knows the blue whales because it's the biggest animal on the planet, the size of 3 buses. Together, imagine 3 school buses. Yeah, that's the size of a blue whale. Blue whale is not actually solid blue, it's more grayish and bluish. The second runner-up is the bullhead whale with a very stocky body and black body. If you missed my video, please go check it out. You'll hear the story that bullhead whale can possibly live up to 100 or 200 years and that crazy story about their harpoon that dated back in 18th century. The third contestant of the baleen whales today is the sei whale. Sei whale has a very slender body, very long. They look like fin whales and they're a bit underrated because not many people talk about sei whales. I will make a video about that. For me, sei whale looks like a grain of rice. Cute, isn't it? Oh, and I forgot to tell you that there's actually a whale that called rice whale, which should be in another video for sure. So let's jump on another opposite team. No, joking, they're not opposite. These whales they're just different. They're not opposite or rivals. Anyway, the first contestant of the toothed whales are my favorite sperm whales. Sperm whale, it has a very distinctive look, very boxy head. They looks like a cigarette or a torpedo to me. Anyway, they're very cute. They are the loudest animal in the world. That's what they're famous for. Next contestant are duos. These 2 whales, you must know them. They are narwhal and beluga. Narwhal and beluga are actually in the same family. They are the smallest whale in the world. In the word small, I mean they grow to like 5 to 6 meters, which is very small for whales, right? And narwhal have a very long tusk, which is actually a tooth, and beluga, famous for being so white. In the past, they call beluga a white fish. The last contestant is orca or the killer whales. Orca actually is in a dolphin families, but let's say this, not all whales are dolphins, but all dolphins are whales. That makes sense, isn't it? So let's do a quick revise. Example of baleen whale I have here is the first one is the blue whale, bowhead whale, and sei whale. And for the toothed whale, we have sperm whale, narwhal, beluga, and orcas. Now let's talk about the main differences. Why do they call baleen whales and why do they get called toothed whale? So we're starting with the baleen whales. Baleen whales don't have teeth or tooth. They have what's called baleen plate. Baleen plate, I want you to imagine something like your toothbrush. Baleen plates hung from the upper jaw of the whales and actually they're keratin, which is like our nails and hair. You remember when I first mentioned why mystaceti means whale with mustache? Yeah, before I think they must think that these baleens is actually a mustache, but they're not. But what's the baleens for? The baleen, it's for when whales scooping the seawater. They would scoop a bunch of seawater and push the water out through the baleen plate, using the baleen plate as a filter. So what's left in their mouth are foods like krill, small fishes. They don't chew food, they just swallow it. They also have this pleated neck here, which called ventral pleat, which will expand when they scoop in the seawater. For toothed whale, it's very simple. They have teeth. They feed on larger animals like fishes, squids, and sometimes mammals, and yes, sometimes whales and sharks as well. They bite and they chew food. What I'm drawing now is a sperm whale, and you will see that these whales, they don't have that pleated neck that could expand like the baleen whales. Now let's talk about a very big difference that baleen whales and toothed whale have. Imagine that I'm drawing seawater or in oceans right here. What's different? The difference I'm talking about here is the blowholes. The blowhole is around here of the whales and they breathe because whales are mammals and they just blow up the water. Baleen whales have 2 blowholes. and toothed whale have one blowhole. So when the baleen whale blow, the spray is going to be a V shape because they have two blowhole, and the toothed whale is going to have one single column blow. But did you know that each type of whale have different blow shape? The height, the shape, the angle, the density of the spray are all different. Now let's talk about the food. Now that you know that baleen whales are filter feeder, they use baleen to filter the water that they scoop into to whatever lives in their mouth. They just swallow it, right? Those animals are very small. I would say tiny. They're like krills, very small things. Looks like shrimps and copepod. That's very tiny as well. And sometimes they eat a little small school of fishes. For toothed whale, there are varieties of foods that they consume. Let's talk about something basic first. Toothed whale usually eats fishes, bigger fishes than the baleen whales like salmons and other kind of fish. And what I'm drawing now is the colossal squid. Colossal squid is a big giant squid, very big, like bigger than a bus. And the sperm whale loves colossal squid. They would dive down very deep just to get their favorite dish in the ocean. Eating squid, eating fish sounds very basic, right? Okay, we're gonna talk about the orcas because they are a toothed whale as well. Orcas have much more varieties and insane foods that they consume. Yes, they do eat salmon. Some type of orca do eat salmons, and they are very picky, like they love Chinook salmon only, so only Chinook salmon. But some types of orcas, they also eat seals and penguins. Very cute. Yes, cute penguin is eaten by orcas. And they do eat sharks sometimes. Some types of orca eat sharks and eat only the livers. I think many of you might heard this story. And also, why orcas are called killer whales? They are actually a whale killer because they eat whales as well. They feed on small whales, small calf. They would just hunt baleen whale calf or other kind of whale that swim very slow and just grab or kidnap the small baby and made it a dinner. I'm not going to dig too deep about orcas today because we're just talking about the difference of the baleen whales and the toothed whale. But orcas, there are so many things to talk about, so subscribe and stay tuned for more orcas content. So let's do a quick revise on the baleen whales. For example, there are blue whale, bowhead whale, and sei whale. And for the toothed whale, there are sperm whale, narwhal, beluga, and orcas. The big difference between these two are the baleen whale have baleen plates and ventral pleats which the neck can expand when they scoop in the seed water for small animal, and toothed whale have teeth which they bite and hunt for animals. Baleen whales always have two blowholes, and toothed whale always have one blowhole. Toothed whale always feed on the bigger animals like mammals and fishes, while baleen whale feeds on very tiny krills and plankton. If you want to know any story about whales, or either it's about art or nature, leave the comment down below and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye bye!